Let's dive into the latest developments from Zimbabwe, where a planned protest against President Emmerson Mnangagwa has been met with a heavy police presence. On March 31st, 2025, Zimbabwe police deployed in large numbers in the capital city of Harare and other major cities to block demonstrations against President Emmerson Mnangagwa. The protests were called by Independence War veterans who are accusing President Mnangagwa of attempting to extend his presidency beyond the constitutional limit. The leader of the veterans, Blessed Geza, urged Zimbabweans to take to the streets and not to be cowards. However, Zimbabwe's ruling ZANU-PF party in January 2025 have proposed extending President Mnangagwa's term in office by 2 years until 2030. Despite this, President Mnangagwa has repeatedly denied any intention to prolong his presidency. Despite the call for massive protests, only a handful of demonstrators took to the streets. In the western outskirts of Harare, police used tear gas to disperse a small group of protesters chanting, "We reject 2030." Most businesses, schools, and vendors across the capital Harare, as well as in the second largest city, Bulawayo, and other towns stayed closed as large numbers of police patrolled the empty streets. Political analysts suggest that even though the protests were largely neutralized, the economic shutdown could still send a strong message to political leaders. The Zimbabwe Republic Police has warned against any attempt to disrupt peace and security, urging citizens to continue their daily activities without fear. The government has dismissed the planned protests as a threat to national stability, with state security agencies taking a hardline stance against any form of dissent. The ruling party and its supporters argue that the proposed extension is necessary to ensure stability and economic recovery. President Mnangagwa has maintained that he has no intention of extending his term and that the constitution will be respected. However, the tension remains high and the situation is being closely monitored by both local and international observers. Thank you for joining us on this update. Stay tuned for more developments as this situation unfolds. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube at The News God for more news and analysis. My name is Nelson Kofi. This is The News God. Thank you for watching.